This is the Amazon Basics Food Sealer. Is it basic? We'll find out. So let's open it up and see what's inside. The great thing about Amazon Basics is that they have really simple packaging. It's really uncomplicated, not a whole lot of waste. So we're gonna open this up and slide out the contents. Seems pretty well packed in there, so there's not any rattling around. Here is the instruction booklet. Lots of protective pieces to keep the machinery safe. All right. So the first thing I am noticing is that the casing, it's pretty basic plastic. It doesn't feel low quality, but it's not as heavy as I expected it to be. It does come with a roll of sealer, or with a roll of vacuum bags, so that's good news. And here's some more protective packaging in there. That's obviously the thermal panel that will seal the bag. And here's some of the mechanisms here that I'm sure we'll figure out later when we look at the instruction manual. These four icons don't have what they mean, so we'll look at the manual for that. But yeah, that's a quick look at the outside of the machinery. Standard plug that goes in the wall. It's a two-prong plug. The switch slides back and forth pretty easily. So basic but comprehensive. It is complete. Now that we've got our food sealer out of the box, let's take a look and see how it works. Check out the links below and on the left-hand side. The main reason why we got this Amazon Basics Food Sealer is because of the price, and we saw some really great reviews, so we wanted to try it out ourselves. Bang for the buck is always one of our big things in life, so we want to see how well this machine performed, having cost so much less than all the other brand names out there. So let's take a look at the buttons first. This first button is to seal the bag. So you have a roll of plastic in here that you'll have to seal one side first before you can vacuum seal the other bag, the other part, and I'll show you that in a minute. This is to stop the suction or the sealing. It's to stop the machine mid operation, whatever it is. This is to actually vacuum seal the food. So once you have the food inside the bag, this is the button that you push. And then this is the food button to toggle between dry or moist foods, depending on what you're sealing. Today we'll be sealing something dry. It'll be it's a Chinese dish, so it'll be interesting to see how it performs. All right, so the mechanism is pretty basic. You open it up, and it comes with a 16-foot roll of plastic in here. So this is cool because you can actually pick how long or how big you want your bag, or how narrow. You seal one side of it to cut it off, and then you seal the other side once the food is in there. So I'll show you how this works. So you put the roll in there, roll side down like this, and then the bag goes in over that, right? You decide how big you want your bag to be. So we're gonna seal these two lotus leaf rice things. So we're gonna put it here to kind of get a feel. So you don't want it too close to the edge. So you want it about 3 inches away from the edge. And then you want it 3 inches away from the edge here too. And this is where the bag would cut off. So as you can see, we need a little bit more room. So something like that would be about appropriate. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to press this down and make sure both sides click. Okay. And now we're gonna seal one end of the bag first. So this part, all you have to do is hit the bag, and there's no noise or anything, so it's kind of weird. You have to look for the light to stop blinking. So see how it's blinking now? It'll blink for about 10 seconds, and then it'll stop blinking, and that's when you know the bag is sealed. So there you go, it stopped blinking. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna cut the bag. So this is the cutter. You just slide it over, and you press the buttons to release. And there you have a sealed bag. So now you would just put your food inside. Okay, and you're gonna scoot this part back. Okay, so here's kind of the challenging part. You wanna make sure that the bag goes in to this is the vacuum chamber. This is the vacuum seal right here. So this is where the air gets sucked out. So you don't want your bag to cover this hole. So just be real vigilant about that. Once you put the bag in, you wanna make sure it's not all bunched up. You wanna make sure that the bag is relatively smooth, because that will, if it's not smooth, it won't be able to get a good seal. So now that it's in there and the bag is kind of curling downwards into the vacuum chamber, we can put close the cover again, make sure it clicks twice on both sides, and then hit the green button. As you can see, the food is being sealed very nicely. All right, so now we gotta wait for the seal. Don't open the cover yet. You wanna wait for the seal to finish. Perfect. So now we're going to hit the buttons on the sides to release, lift it up, and here we have a nicely sealed bag of Chinese, well, we call them tamales, but they're not. They're steamed lotus leaf dishes, and it's really good. All right, so that is how this food sealer works. Verdict, I think it's great, especially for the amount of money that we saved. I mean, this was $50 versus 80 or 90 or more for the other brand names. It seals very nicely. The bag it came with is very high quality, and you can also opt to buy individual bags for yourself as well, which I'm sure work just as well. Again, check out the links below, and up top on the left, the prices change constantly, so do watch out for that. But again, Amazon Basics is a pretty good deal for a food sealer.